Alrighty, guys, so we are back, and it is now less Speed Racer Bob here. We were trying to rush and get things done the last time, and obviously resulted in us, exploding. I'm going to take this a little more calm this time, and I've done some reading on the different stuff, and I've looked at the spoilage times on these things and things like that. And I think I'm getting a little more of a handle on it. So we have to make, right? So right now what we have to craft is nutrients. We have to craft this bioflux for a couple of reasons. And if we look here, bioflux has a spoil time listed down at the bottom of 2 hours, and it spoils into spoilage. The Yakima mash, where is the mash itself? Let's look at it through here. Easier through here. Alright, so the mash itself spoils in 3 minutes. This spoils in 2 hours. This is what we're trying to get to. And it's a combination of this Yakima mash, which spoils in 3 minutes, which isn't much, and the jelly, which spoils in 4 minutes. So this is going to give us 2 hours from the time we create it till it goes bad, right? Nutrients, on the other hand, is like 5 minutes. It's not long at all either. So we have to make nutrients to make some of this other stuff. But what we need is these biochambers. Okay? And from the time we make the nutrients to the time they go bad is 5 minutes if we're making nutrients that are brand new. If we make nutrients from spoilage, they're already 50% spoiled, which means we go from having 5 minutes to use them to having 2.5 minutes to use them before they turn into spoilage. So we got to be ready to use them when we make them. Now these eggs, they spoil in 15 minutes. And that's the problem we ran into, is they killed us. So they spoil, but they spoil into pentapods apparently. But we've got more time to do that than we have to do this. So to make these, where are they? It looks like we can handcraft them if we get them started, right? So we're going to take some iron plate with us. We're going to take some electronic circuits with us. We're going to take some landfill with us. And we're going to take spoilage that we can turn into nutrients. And we're going to go get some more eggs. And we're going to make some of these on the fly. Okay? In the meantime, the first thing we were trying to solve is having a power issue. Now, we built this thing, and it does create power, but this burns through fuel really quickly. So fueling it initially is going to be an issue. Fortunately, I brought a metric crap ton of solar cells and some accumulators. Now, I know solar here sucks. It's 50% of normal, but it's what we got. So what I'm going to do, first thing we're going to do, is we're going to set up a solar field out here. Because that way we at least have some power, and that's going to allow us to start making the landfill from that stone. So let's get the power set up. Then at least, we can deal with this other stuff. And the objective basically is turning this stuff into usable product before it spoils or before it explodes in our pocket. Alright, that's what it all comes down to. Once it's a usable product like iron ore or something like that, those things don't apparently spoil. It's the organics that spoil, which makes sense. So that's where we have to head with this. We have to get the process going to the point of turning it into something non-organic. And then we can go from there. Now, like I say, I know solar isn't the greatest, but it will get us started. And it'll get our processes going. Now, I don't know what is going to be the actual best way to make electricity here once we get going. I do know we are probably going to have a whole lot of spoilage, and that spoilage is burnable, and we can make power out of the spoilage when it burns. So probably we're going to be making power from spoilage, or a large portion of our power from spoilage, at some point. That, I think, is what is going to end up happening. I'm going to go back and fill in those spots with accumulators. There's no sense in leaving the spots open. I don't think we have too many accumulators left. No, we only have 14 left. That's it. Alright, but that's got us at least a little bit of power. Let us... I know I have long poles. We've been using these medium poles. We really shouldn't be using the medium poles for these long runs. We should be using these ones. Alright, so that's going to give us power, which is going to give us landfill. Alright, so now we're going to start getting our landfill, start mining our stone. Again, it's not the greatest power in the world, but it is power, and it has got us going. Alright. So, next step. Next step, we got to make these things. So we have green circuits. It takes 5 apiece. We have we have spoilage, so we can make nutrients. We have landfill. It's 1 landfill each, so should have plenty of landfill. It's 20 plates each, so that's 5, 10, 11. Maybe we want to take some more plates. It depends on how many eggs we find, because we're going to base it on how many eggs we find, right? That's how many we're going to make. I'm sure we're going to need more later. So now there's a bunch up here. There's 2 here. There's 2 and 2. If we take this one, right? This is down by some of the stuff we want. This has not got any in it. This is out in the ocean. They're not going anywhere, I don't think. Let's do these guys, because then we can grab, because we need to replace the stuff that we ruined. So let's go down and get those guys. And since we can fly, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Now, how much nutrients do we need for one of these? We need 5 nutrients for one of these. And nutrients takes 10. So we can make 17 nutrients. We can make 17 nutrients as... So 17 nutrients, and it takes 5 to make one of these. So it's 3 that we can make. We need more spoilage before we do anything. Let's go. Now, we don't want to take the stuff that the trees that we want. So let's grab up what we can that is not the trees that we want and get ourselves some spoilage. Right, so now we should have some we should have enough spoilage now, maybe, depending on how many of these eggs we get. And there they are. So let us go and zap these guys. And then that should allow us to pick those up. Now we've got 5 eggs. We can make 5 of these. And I'm going to guess that once they're in the queue, they're not going to go bad before they make. So that's going to give us 5. We could get 1 more because that's all the more spoilage we have. Can we get more spoilage? Let's get more spoilage, maybe, and go get some more eggs. Looks like we're going to end up with some copper accidentally. Alright, so that's going to give us some more spoilage. Alright. We want to go get some more of these guys. We don't want to take all of them, because if we take all of them, we can't make eggs later, right? Let's grab these ones down here. We'll leave these ones alone. I'm sure there's more on the map, and I'm sure there's more that will spawn. But in the interim, alright, we got 6 eggs, so that's a problem. What do we need? We need more spoilage. Okay, let's get some spoilage real quick. We got 3 more that we got to get rid of. These things take a lot of spoilage. They're very spoiled. Oh, no, we don't want to. So slip stack also gives us jelly, apparently. Man, we end up with a bunch more iron than we expected we should have gotten. Alright, that's fine. 2 more. We need 1 more egg. Or 1 more bit of spoilage to be able to get another egg, right? And we're counting down on the egg, so we really need to get ourselves some spoilage here. Alright, let's get out of here, get back on dry land, where we can maybe grab some of this stuff and get ourselves some spoilage. Nutrients, yeah, so we need spoilage. Come on, guys. We should have enough to make spoilage, right? Or to make nutrients. Yeah, we had enough to make nutrients. Just not enough nutrients, apparently. Nutrients. Alright, we need 10 to make nutrients. Give me some more nutrients. Alright, up here we got stuff that'll rot. Yeah, we got stuff up here that'll rot. Alright, so that should give us enough. 1 more nutrient. That's going to give us nutrients. We got 1 egg. So that'll give us the 5. That'll give us the 1 egg. Okay. So let us head home. As soon as those 2 are built, it'll process the 5 nutrients. Let's keep an eye on our egg. Okay, so it does tell us remaining time down at the very bottom, 11 minutes. We got time. We got plenty of time. We're okay. No panic mode. Panic, that's when you start making mistakes. When you start to panic, you start making mistakes. Let's not start to panic. I don't want to blow up a second time, but we can always drop the egg if we have to. All right, here we go. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That should use up all of our eggs, and that is going to give us 15 of these biochambers. That's a good start, I think. Okay. Now, let's look at what we need to do here. We need to make 500 nutrients. Now, does that mean have them on hand? Because that would be almost impossible to have them on hand all at once, not at this stage of the game. So I think that's just to craft a total of 500 nutrients. And that's going to give us the ability to make Yamaka soil. And it's going to give us the ability to make jelly nut soil. And if we look, I do believe that those do not rot. Where are they? Soil. So I do not see a spoilage time on those. So if we make it to that, then those will be fine. All right. The other thing we got to do is we've got to make this bioflux stuff. So now bioflux is made from jelly and mash. Now this is gonna go bad soon, so we're not gonna be able to use it. But comes from jelly nuts, and it comes from Yamaka bushes or whatever, right? So we've got to get rid of that. Now the first thing we need to do, let's look at the nutrients. So we can make nutrients in a biochamber, right? So if we put down a biochamber, and we can tell this to make nutrients from spoilage, right? We can tell it to make it from the nuts and the bioflux as well, but we got lots of spoilage, all right? So if we tell it to make one, and then what we learned was we have to put nutrients in to power it, and then it's going to make nutrients. So my thought process was this. If we, 1, 2, 3, right? And we put a belt between them. And then we take, and we're going to make nutrients, so we're going to take nutrients out. And they run off of nutrients. So if we put nutrients in, there we go. It'll fuel itself, right? But what I want to do is I want to filter this just so we're not accidentally taking the wrong crap out. And then we want nutrients to go back in, right? So now we want to bring spoilage into these. So if I bring spoilage into both of these, right? And then we can put it into a chest or something, and just have all our spoilage go there, right? Okay, now Is there a waste? So spoilage is what's going to come back out, but won't it? It won't burn. Maybe what we want to do. So we might have spoilage. What are we going to do with the spoilage? Take the spoilage out, right? And we'll set these to filter for just spoilage. These are going to put spoilage in, so we'll filter them for spoilage, and we'll filter that for spoilage, just so we got, you know, whatever. Alright, so we've got spoilage, right? Now, that's going to give us nutrients. And then the nutrients are going to, if I understand this right, we can use the nutrients to make more eggs, which we don't want to mess with right now. We can grow fish. We can make more biochambers, which we're not making right now. Or we can make these two soils, which is what this tech that's going to give us once we make 500 nutrients, right? So that soil, even though we're not making it yet, we can't make it yet, but it looks like it can be made in any of our regular factories or by hand. So what I was thinking is if we do this, right, and then one of them, the soil, is the Yamaka seeds, nutrients, and landfill. The other one is the other seeds, nutrients, and landfill. So we're going to be making the nutrients, and then if we take them off of here and we put them into the factory or into the assembler, and then on the other side we put in the seeds and landfill, and we got some landfill, so we can throw that in there as a marker and throw that in there as a marker, and then I think we have the seeds, don't we? So we can Yamaka seeds and jelly nut seeds, right? So that's going to give us the seeds that go back into here. Now the seeds don't rot either, so they're an end product, so we can put them in there and we don't have to worry about them. Now here is the problem. I do believe if we look at this process, it says, look at it up here, that when we make this, there's an entry there that says trash. Are we going to get a certain amount of trash out? Right? That's going to be more of this rot. So if we take out of each of these and we put that on a belt here, that's going to take it away. This is our nutrients. We want to deal with that in a minute. That's going to take our rot away. Nutrients rot as well, and we don't want that backing this up and then everything rots. So if I do this and I go priority right and I filter for spoilage, I'm just going to call it rot from now on. So any spoilage on here is going to be kicked over to this belt. These are going to be kicked over to this belt. And then what I'm going to do is we will bring that up here and put it in the chest. We could actually, did we bring any? I don't know if we brought any. I don't think we did. I don't think we brought any bulk inserters. No, we didn't. Okay. Screw it. Fast inserter is good enough for now. It's already rotten. It's not going to rot any further. All right, so the rot's going to come in. It's going to be processed into nutrients. These are going to feed themselves, right? Can we... Wait. What if we put this here and bring that down there? That's going to give us the garbage out, right? And then if we put a long-handed there, that's likewise going to give us garbage out. All right, so any rot that this produces, if it gets stuffed up with rot, ooh, no. That's a spoilage, not garbage. Theoretically, we don't want those, because if we put those, it's going to put it in here, take it right back out. Let's not do that. Let's stick with right here. If this starts to be a problem, if we start seeing it in there, we'll figure it out. Not yet, though. So that is going to give us nutrients, right? That'll give us our nutrient processing. Get rid of this. So this cycle should process the nutrients and process the rot, and just process the rot and keep processing it. And when it turns to rot from the nutrients, it'll take it back in. This is going to give us soil. So if we do this and this and output this. Now this is Yamaka seeds. So can we filter for... I don't know if we can filter for it yet. Yes, we can. So is that artificial or is it... Okay, artificial soil, artificial soil. Alright. So that is Yamaka seeds. So this is artificial Yamaka soil. And then this is going to be artificial jelly nut soil. So then that's going to give us a usable product. Theoretically, we can use it. Now, the next thing we got to get is we got to get this bioflux stuff. Right? So if we look at bioflux. Bioflux is made from Yamaka mash and Yamaka jelly. Alright, so Yamaka mash is made from the Yamaka fruit. And bio jelly is made from the jelly nut fruit. And what do we get from that? Well, we get jelly, seeds, and trash. And we get mash, seeds, and trash. Well, the seeds we can keep. They don't rot. The mash gets put together to make this bio whatever. And then the rot we got to get rid of, right? So we basically going to do the same thing we did here, only instead of cycling on itself, we're going to send it back over here. So if we put down that, and we tell this one to produce that, right? And then we put the fruit into it. What we're going to get out is we're going to get out the mash, the seeds, and possibly garbage. Right? So we want the mash on a belt. And then on the other side, we'll do the other one, because this is basically the same process on the other side. Alright, so that's going to be the fruit in. This is going to be the mash out. So filter this for mash. And filter this for jelly. Right? And that's going to be the mash and the jelly coming out. Now those two go together to make this bioflux. And that's going to be done in a biochamber. So, fortunately, they're the same size. And then the bioflux has a spoilage time of 2 hours. We'll have to figure out what to do with it afterwards. So for right now, let's do that. And this. So that's going to put those two in. And that's going to have bioflux out. Right? And then this is going to be crap, because this stuff is will rot on the belt as well. Okay. All right, maybe we don't put that here. Maybe instead we put another one of these. Yeah, we'll put it there. And we'll tell this, I'll put priority right, filter out our gunk. And that's going to come over here. Right? Wait. We need this to come over here because we need to feed these, because these are those stupid biochambers. So they need to have that. And then they need to have one of those. Right? Because that's how these get powered, is from the nutrients. And then any nutrients that are no good, we'll send back over. Okay, so then that lets us take any garbage out of here. Because this will be the garbage, right? That'll be the bad stuff. Anything that rots. And that can all go back over here. And then this one. Nope. So that'll be trash out. Nope, 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 nope. It's this out. Alright, so that gets any of the garbage out, right? Or the spoil results, any of the trash will come out and come out. And then they can go that way. This is going to make everything that's going to come out of this. Oh no, wait. These are going to be this. So that's going to input the mash and the jelly. So filter this for only mash and only jelly so that it doesn't inadvertently put, not that I think it's going to, but just to be safe. And then that should be that to go over there. I wish I knew if this was going to trash, if there was going to be stuff that's going to come out of these that's junk, because it says trash. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't come out as, it's only trash if it's, if you dump it. Maybe it doesn't spoil in it. I don't know. All right. So that's going to give us the mash out. And then we can do here and here. And that'll be the seeds. So filter this one for the Yamaka seeds, right? Because that's going to be Yamaka seeds. And then filter this one for jelly nut seeds. So that's going to give us our seeds to be able to put in here to make the soil. And then that's going to make the soil. So we put the fruit in. It mushes up the fruit. The mash comes out. Mash goes in here. And it's made into bioflux. Where's it going to come out from? Where's it going to come out to? Okay, if we lengthen this by 1, I think we are still not hitting that belt. Good. We want that on there because that's going to come around to there, because this is our rot line. This is our sewage. So if it goes bad on here, it comes out there. And then we can turn around and we can go here and here and tell these ones filter for bioflux. And from there, we'll just have to figure out what to do with the bioflux next. Right? Alright, let's see if we got this process right. Garbage comes in, garbage gets composted, These are going to feed a nutrient back into these to keep these going. We'll just have to seed it with the original with the first nutrient. Nutrient's going to come out, come down here, come around here. Eventually it's going to go bad, come back around and go back in for nutrient. And we're going to do that until we make the 500, and then we can do these. Nutrient's going to come out. It's going to make the soil and possibly garbage, which is going to go that way. So that's this loop. Fruit's going to go here, get mashed up. Seeds are going to come out. Mash is going to go in there, make us bioflux. Trash is going to come out and go over there. I think we solved the first puzzle. Now we just have to power it. We put one there, and we put one there. Everything is powered. These need nutrients to start what they're doing. So if we put a bunch of rot there, and then we take some of that rot and we make a nutrient with it, and we put that nutrient in there, that's going to start to make nutrient, that's going to feed that. So those are going to feed nutrients into each other. Then we just need rot. A lot of it. There's going to be our problem. That's going to run out eventually. We're going to have to go over here and grab a bunch of rot and get it in there to get it going. We're just trying to feed the process to get it started here. Alright, let's get over here, see if we can get this into here. Now this is going to be jelly going into this, so let's just throw the jelly in there. And then that's going to go in there. But we don't have the mush, so we're gonna have the mush at the same time, and the mush is the Yakima mush, whatever, which comes from the tree, which is in the green stuff. This is the, okay, so this is the tree. Let's grab some of this. We're making seeds. I'm assuming if we're making seeds, we'll be able to plant more of this. Oh, that's way more than we needed, I think. I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make sure that that stays clear by doing that. And running this, oh, filtering this. And running that also onto a belt. So it looks like we made the bioflux, right? We made the bioflux, so we got the two bioflux ones. So we did this bioflux one, we did this bioflux one, we did this bioflux one. That gives us the science. We just need the soil to finish. So now can we make the soil yet? What do we need to do to make the soil? We got to get 500 nutrients. So we got to get more rot into there to make nutrients. Well, eventually those nutrients are going to go bad. This is going to go bad. Yep, see, we're already starting to see nutrients go bad and go back. So that worked. So yeah, we are going to have to work on trash removal here because some of this stuff is going to rot in the machines and we don't want it rotting in the machines. So we are going to have to take out of here. So if we take out of there, right? And do the same thing here, right? There we go. See, well, I saw some come out. And then that can't be powered because there's no nutrients. And then this eventually is going to rot in here, isn't it? So eventually we're going to want to right, so that'll take any rot out, put it on the belt, send it back over here to be done there. Now we got rot, we got spoilage here. Why are we, okay, so the spoilage is not coming out. See, this is where I'm concerned, is if we put this here, is it going to take Is it not going to take it out of here? Okay, so that's the spoilage that goes into there. Uh-oh. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Must be over here because we did something and now we've got a cloud because we did something. At least they're over there. So that's okay. But we've got spoilage that we just had to take out of here. So we're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have spoilage come out of here. Onto a belt. Into our spoilage area. Right? So that'll do spoilage if we get spoilage here. And put it back in here. Out of that. Now, that's taking the spoilage out and putting it there. That's taking the spoilage out and putting it there. But what happens if we get spoilage in there? Well, we're going to find out soon, in half a minute, what happens to the stuff in there that goes bad. Maybe it puts it in the garbage. If it puts it automatically into the garbage, that'll be nice because then it'll take it out. Oh, crow. We're jammed up here because we're not taking this off. There we go. This is in the way. Because we need to take off of the end of this. This one's easy to do. Because we can do that. And that'll keep that clean. This one, on the other hand... we need to go to there. And put that to there. Now we need power. All right. So it looks like the stuff that's spoiled does go in the garbage. Nothing there, nothing there. As this stuff spoils, it's going to come there and go over there. That'll keep that moving. So it's just going to go round and round and round and round and round until such a time as we're good to go, right? So eventually that's going to rot. That's going to rot and go over there. That's going to rot and go over there. We're getting seeds. We're not getting any seeds here because it's only 2% to get seeds. Okay. So I think this is working. How is it doing on our power? We're not great. Well, it's nighttime, I guess. Let's go get some more rotten crap and see if we can't force this to... you know, do what it's got to do. Ooh, this stuff gives us nothing but rot. Even better. I wonder if there's a reason we shouldn't be gathering it, but we're going to gather it anyway. Alright, that should give us enough rot to do what we got to do, right? Alright, so that's making, and then that's putting into that. That's making nutrients that are going over here that are eventually going to go bad. That's going to run out of freshness, and then that's going to go where? Okay, then it goes to garbage, and it gets taken out. And since we don't have jelly, that's next is going to go to garbage and get taken out. Let's do that. That keeps that side going under there. Why is this not going? It doesn't have enough spoilage. How about now? We gotta put a, we gotta, what do we need? We need red circuits. I think we got red circuits. We'll do 3. Come on. And I think what I kind of want to do, I don't know if we have enough space to do it. No. We do now. Because we can move that over by 1. No. No. We need to come over by 1 here. Okay, so we got that. So this is Yamaka seed. So we can make Yamaka soil. Oops. Yamaka soil. And then this is jelly nut soil. And then we just got to put jelly nut seeds in it when we get jelly nut seeds. Alright, so that gets us to science packs. So now we know what we can do with this bioflux. We can make science packs with it. Science packs. Craft 100 bioflux is going to make science packs. And then we got to put, oh, goody, eggs and bioflux. So we need 100 bioflux. How much do we have so far? 48 and 48. We need 4 more bioflux, which means we need 4 more jelly. Now, wasn't there something over here that gave us jelly that was not slip stack? So there was slip stack over here, wasn't there? Yes. So we can grab slip stack here. I know, we're picking up metal. We didn't want the metal, but we'll take it. So that's going to give us jelly. Pick you guys up, make it faster. So if we go down here, and okay, there we go. Now we can make science packs. All right, guys, we made it to where we can make science packs. Now we're gonna have to figure out how to supply this with rotted stuff and with fruit. If we supply it with the fruit and we keep a steady supply of the fruit, we're going to get the rotted stuff. And eventually we're going to get more rotted stuff than we need, at which point we can put it over here and burn it. We just have to get the fruit going. Right? So how do we get the fruit going? So that's the bacteria cultivation. That's bacteria cultivation. That's the science pack. This is rocket fuel from jelly, biolubricant from jelly, plastic from bioflux, and sulfur from bioflux. Okay, cool. But how do we grow the fruit? Fruit. Fruits. Made in, that's from the tree. Oh, tree seeding. So that's the first thing we got to do, is we got to seed some trees, and that's going to let us plant trees. It's going to give us the tree seeding. Is that something, can we, what is this? Agricultural tower. Plant seeds and harvest mature plants. So the ones that we just took, we can put back in here and the seeds and grow more. Okay. So we'll be able to grow stuff in both of these and then ship it back. We're going to need a bunch of belts. I'm thinking we're going to have to send in a shipment of belts. I mean, we've got iron. We've certainly got a crap ton of iron that we can start making into iron and make belts. And we're going to have to do that. And you know what? I do believe. Yes, I did. Okay. Let us put down, for now, I don't know how many of them it can support, but let us Let us try. Whose motto is that? I think that's somebody's motto is let us try. So if we go there, and we go there, and we take all of the copper, and we put all of the copper in there, and we take all of the iron, and we put all of the iron in there. Oop. All of the iron in there. All right, so we've started making copper. We can make belts here. Maybe we don't need to ship them. It's just going to take us a little time. There it is, guys. I think that's long enough for now. And we got our first process going, and we made it to science. So there we go. See you guys later. Bye.